Hello fellow lumberjacks and others that may be watching this video. Today I want to show you a hollowing system that I made for my scrap iron lathe. You might have seen that previous video. Anyway, I needed some sort of system, and I usually try to make the things myself, make them out of scrap iron. Well, anyway, I was looking through my scrap pile and I found this bar. This bar is square and it's a piece of drill rod. I've never seen a piece of drill rod for rock drilling that was square, so I knew it was very good steel. I had originally had a ring bolt welded to the end, and I'd used it many years ago, driving into the ground to tether my horse. It's actually got a little bit of a bend in it. I guess the horse pulled on it fairly hard at one time. Anyway, I took and cut it halfway down with a grinding wheel and made a little bracket to hold a high-speed steel lathe bit. I put this one at an angle. I'm going to make another bracket here for a straight cut maybe later on today. It was a real challenge trying to get holes drilled through and 832 threads in those holes to hold the Allen screws. But anyway, it seems to be doing okay. It just goes through between these two rollers and into your project, and it'll roll back and forth. And being that it's square, I just add a little tension on the rollers here, and it holds it nice and smooth. It rolls quite smoothly and is held that way quite well. Anyway, I'm gonna now show you a little closer on the contraption here I've made. I've tried it out this morning. It seems to work not too bad. A little bit of a steep learning curve, trying to get the cutter cut ground properly, but eventually I'll get it. Okay, this is my system for holding the square bar. The two rollers are from my 20-inch planer. I had a piece of plywood with arborite as the bed, and these were just supporting the ends. So I thought, hey, those aren't being used, and they'll make dandy rollers. So I designed, using those, I designed a little system beyond there. This contraption that I made there just goes on to my tool rest that I generally use all the time. And the end is supported here, and I've got an adjustment there at the bottom in case you want to adjust the height, and that'll support it. And being it's got a support on each end, it seems to, it's nice and solid. And the other end just has a peg which goes down into the tool rest. And that whole unit at the end there will slide right out, so you can take the rollers out anytime. The part that holds the rollers where they turn is a piece of 1-inch water pipe, and then I lathed and made out of nylon plugs with holes in them, and then I can adjust it at the top for tension. So that's about all that is, and it rolls back and forth in there quite nicely. The tool rest that holds this next to the thing there, I had a piece of, I guess it's from a hydraulic cylinder, the ram on it. I found one in some scrap that had a bend in it slightly. Nice and chrome, it worked really nice. And put a peg on it, so I didn't have a messy weld. I just drilled the hole and and then made a kind of like a shrink fit in there, so it's solid even though it's not welded. And the base of this was a piece of angle iron, of course, and I cut a slot in it so I could adjust the position sideways of the tool rest. The reason for that is I had this come up with this idea. Well, why not put a roller on there? That's 2 ball bearings, made a couple spots on it, so you have some way you can to guide your boring bar. You can put some pressure against that, and you don't have to hold it. You just swing against it, and it was kind of my own idea. I hadn't never seen one like that before, but the first time I used it here, I was really happy to have it there. Anyway, and that's just about it on this. Of course, you've seen this steady rest that I made, and that's about it. But it's certainly better than what I had, and hopefully in the next while here I can make improvements, see what I need. Anyway, I'm going to turn it on and make a few cuts there. Okay, if you notice, I've got a different piece of wood in the lathe right now. When I went to do a demo on the other one, I ended up with a 2-piece bowl. So it ended up, I went and lathed all the way through. I was just experimenting, having a good time, trying to figure out how to do this. But I guess my next project will be something to, like a laser beam or something that'll give me the thickness of the wall, because it's a lot of work to get this far and to have it come in 2 pieces. So I've started this other one, and we'll just have a little quick demonstration here. This is the roller that I put on there, and I've found that works quite well. It gives me a lot more control. I'm pushing against the roller as well as going in. And of course, it doesn't take long to get a lot of dust in there. But using the roller guide, I have a lot more control. Anyway, it's going to take a little while to get this so it works completely successful, but for the first try, I figure it's done fairly well. And hopefully I won't end up with a 2-piece base this time.